going on, guys? I am here with Fingerbones, a psychological horror game by David, Zemansky. I just played this, and the recording was like, the game ends, it just closes the game, and as you know, like I've said before, Bandicam recording it corrupts when the game closes before you finish the recording, which then Bandifix takes off like 4 minutes, 5 minutes of the recording, so I was like, maybe I should just go back and record that last bit, but then it would ruin the whole thing of me wandering around not knowing what to do, but so does this because I know what to do now, but I guess I'll just go slow through it and read it, and there's lots of reading, so... Fingerbones is intended to be completed in a single sitting, and there's no save function. It is suggested that you set aside about half an hour to complete it. To exit, visit the door you started at. Use WASD to move, and left mouse button to interact with the environment. Press escape to toggle the screen. So, this is my second time now, so it's not... Oh, right, my volume. I have my volume loud, so it is still, like, really eerie and, like, what the fuck. But there's no jump scares in this game. So, of course, it kind of ruins the fact that ruins it knowing I know what to do, but I'll still go through it properly. So, when I was 15 years old, I lost my virginity. I shook uncontrollably the entire time. I felt that same primal excitement yesterday night in the cellar. Okay. It's my weekend to get Katie, but I'm really not in the mood. I distracted her with the TV and came here to read. I couldn't interest myself in reading, so I tried to write. I couldn't write anything more than the usual handful of disconnected thoughts and theories. Medication didn't help, and divorce certainly didn't help. Because I'm not depressed, I am enlightened. This is the result of 2 decades of scientific education and philosophical pondering. This is the price of knowledge. It appears to be a page from the manuscript. Pop morality is too reliant on emotions, and not reliant enough on rational thought. If morality must be determined, and I maintain that it is farce, it should not be determined by feeling. Feelings are nebulous, subjective, and changeable. Rather, it should be determined by thinking. The actions of a natural creature are natural and thus moral, unless a concrete scientific reason can be given to prove them as immoral. And there's a flashlight right here, and yeah. And one more note upstairs here. I don't know why I'd use my daughter's name as a door lock code in my survival bunker, but whatever keeps her happy, I suppose. She's like her mother, a delicate, fragile version of her mother. Damn her. So, there's a generator over here that's really friggin' loud, but I don't want to ruin the whole thing of using the loud volume, because it's a horror game that uses no jump scares, but... Oh, it's so loud. My volume is so loud. Oh my god. Okay. So, I don't know why I use my daughter's name as a key door lock passcode. Katie over there, you learned, so it's Katie. Buzz, yeah. I don't know if you heard that, because I have to, it's really hard to hear, because when I went through back to do this before, the volume was just a little bit less, and I couldn't even hear the buzzing, so it buzzes when it's correct. Oh man, the noises. The fucking noises. The noises are still crazy. It finally happened. The whole world is a chaos of thunder and screams, and when the ashes settle, we will not be wild animals again. I am ecstatic beyond words. I haven't been able to reach Lynn for several days, and she's probably dead for all I know or care. But Katie was here when it started. Oh, that noise. And I have no idea what to do with her. Most of the town is dead. Katie and I only survived because we ran into the bunker. Perhaps this is what I've needed. Freedom from all the international rules and inane social values. Just pure, beautiful survival. This is crazy. There's my dog. I boxed up everything that isn't practical. Really? I boxed up everything that isn't practical and useful. I burned all the books that weren't for scientific edification. I'd like to store the boxes in the cellar, but I can't get them down the ladder myself. I just piled them up near the hatch. The hash? Oh my god. I just piled them up near the hatch. What the fuck? The blood would probably ruin them anyway. The blood suddenly gets like crazy. The tool room has been her name for years now, and I can't bring myself to change it. Which means it's Lynn. So the next password I have to type is Lynn to open that. because you learned her name is Lynn right there. Though it didn't say what name, but I'm like, it's the only other name you learned, and Katie was already taken, so yeah. Sorry. Oh, okay. Now, Lynn. Yep, that worked. Okay, and we know now, so I can go in the next room and hear more crazy noises. This said this would take half an hour, but now that, because I know what I'm doing, it's not going to take half an hour. But whatever, it's still good. Oh, the noises, especially with loud volume, it's like crazy. Oh god. So there's a note. There's like 4 or something notes in here. I changed the room storage code to something I can easily remember. NNY. The rest is word was missing. Which it took me like way too long to realize that it's Lynn backwards. Because it's the only thing that in here that has NNY in it. And it's Lynn backwards, because NNYL, NYN, or LYNN here, so yeah, makes sense. So it's Lynn backwards, but I'll read the rest, obviously. She remembered Father's Day and drew me a picture. I don't understand her. She's just like her mother. She wants to waste time drawing pictures, and God, I can't read today. Sorry. We're barely able to find enough food to survive. I turned her crayons into candles. We need more candles in case the generator goes out again, and it helps break up the monotony. I yearn for the excitement of those first weeks. Take a kid's crayons and make it into candles. What the fuck? There are things I wanted to do for years. Desires I've kept locked in the back of my consciousness. It's been nearly a year since I've seen a woman, and now I realize there's no practical reason to keep those desires locked up anymore. So now we go upstairs, and it's like, this is where I was stuck for like 5 minutes, which is why I was screwed up with the recording, because I was going to record it again after, to fill up that empty spot that the Bandicam thing messed up, but I can't recreate that too well, like I just thought I'd redo it now. So, Lynn backwards. NNY. It took me like 5 or 6, 7, 8 minutes to find out that, realize that, NNY. I was trying to think of what it could be, but it's NNY. Oh. Yep. Something easy to remember. His wife's name is Lynn. NNY. Lynn is LYNN. So it could. I ended up realizing it's Lynn backwards, but it took me way too long to realize that anyway. So yeah. It's still crazy. God, it's like really eerie. The noise and everything. It's oh god. Oh god. Okay. I am a bag of DNA, and I exist to make more of myself. I married and produced a daughter because my genes demand reproduction. I wrote books and created because creativity served a survival advantage to my ancient ape ancestors. I built this place, took refuge in it, and spent hours thinking up silly little artificial laws to live by, because my forefathers built cities and societies to allow time and peace to reproduce and to protect their genes. I love how there's like no period in there for the whole fucking thing. Jesus. Dreams, loves, opinions, desires, beauty, innocence, figments of our collective primordial imagination. Fleeting electrical signals that fire across our synapses for a pointless moment in time. They used to serve a purpose, and now they are needless confusion. And here I am, the last man on earth for all I know, ready to be freed from them. So, that opened that box in the wall upstairs. I don't know if I showed that. God, this is crazy shit. This game's ridiculous. It's free, too, if you're wondering. So I'll give you a link to it on Steam. It's on Steam. Just search Fingerbones on Steam. I don't need to put a link to it. Like, come on. Fingerbones. Everyone has Steam. Fingerbones. There you go. So, this next thing took me another, like, 10 minutes to realize what to do. So, yeah. I think I was at like 20 minutes at this point playing, so the cellar is freedom. And there's finger bones here, I'm guessing, of the daughter, Katie. So, there's no obvious way to open that cellar down in the basement there. And then, it's really obscure, but by the cellar is freedom, it means the password to open the cellar is freedom. It took me fucking forever to realize that. So, yes. You type freedom in here and it opens the cellar downstairs, and there you go. Yep, buzz. There you go. It took me way too long to realize that, though. Like, it's not that obvious, though. Like, you can't blame me for taking, like, 10 minutes to realize the friggin' password's freedom when it says the seller is freedom. I don't know. It's kind of, like, obscure as hell. So, yeah. Sorry. Okay, so now this is open, and now it gets really weird. Again, no jump scares. It really got me here. There's only enough food for one, so she's going to die anyway, and I'm free now. Oh, that's fucking loud. And I'm free now. Freedom. It took the end of all humanity for me to find freedom. And God. Oh yeah, and it just closes the game. It ends the recording, so I need to end it quickly before it closes the game. So I need to remember that. So it seems to have been torn from a diary. The sheet. She finally died last night. I don't know whether it's from starvation, dehydration, or blood loss. Blood loss. I threw her body into the woods. Her fingers, my anti-religious artifacts. My testaments to moral and intellectual freedom are locked in the safe upstairs, as you saw. The Fingerbones. I am content in the knowledge that I haven't done anything wrong. And it's over. So I need to hold the stop recording key. The father didn't know why he'd come back for all these years, starving and tired. He just wanted to see the cellar one last time. With one last flicker, the flashlight died, and he was left in the pitch dark. He sat down on the cold floor and closed his eyes. He could still hear her, even now. It was peaceful here in the cellar. It was free here in the cellar. So I'm going to end it now and keep that there, but it's fading away, and then it goes black, and then the game closes. But yeah, that is Fingerbones, a psychological horror game. And yeah, it said take half an hour of your time, but just because I know what I'm doing, yeah. It's still, it gave off the same vibe and all that, though. So, yeah, it's free on Steam, Fingerbones, just search that. So thanks for watching. If you enjoyed that, and you want more indie games in the future, let me know in a comment. Subscribe for videos every day, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.